If you are planning to pursue a master's degree in Germany and looking for a video that has everything in one place, then look no further. This video is going to be your complete roadmap that takes you from eligibility and applications to life after graduation. And I myself have gone through with it and have successfully received my admit as well as started my studies in the last winter intake. So it really doesn't matter at what stage you are in this process. Maybe you are just finishing your bachelor's or starting with your research. Watching this video will save your time, effort, and confusion overall. Now, whatever I'm about to mention further in this video, I believe most of the topics have already been spoken for and available to watch in my Studying in Germany playlist. So if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you do after you finish with this video. So the first part of this video is understanding the system. Now, as you might already know this, Germany offers tuition-free or low-cost education in their public universities. But what you should know is in the ongoing scenario, most of the public universities, at least in state like Baden-Württemberg or Bavaria, are no longer tuition free. And I mean, they do charge you some amount. Of course, it is not as high as compared to a private university, but it is not as low as a public university should be. Most of the master's degree program are 2 years long and available in either English or German language. You can apply to technical universities, which is TUs, or University of Applied Sciences, which is Hochschulen. Master's degrees are often more research oriented or application based, uh, completely depending on your university type. But what I would like to think of them personally is more like specializing in your particular niche and becoming an actual master of it. At last, that is what you want to be, right? Second is eligibility criteria. A bachelor's degree, 3 to 4 years, is required. For Hochschule, your degree must align closely with your master's program, the one which you're applying to. Now, some universities may ask for a GPA equivalent or percentage conversion. Most probably, it's 70% plus for competitive programs. And a relevant academic background is quite essential. What I mean by this is no course switching like in some other countries. Make sure whatever you start, you finish it. Third is language requirements. For German taught programs, test DAF DSH GOIT certificate with B2 to C1 level proficiency is often accepted. And these exams are well recognized here in Germany, which can be of use in the long run. For the English taught programs, IELTS with a 6.5 plus band score is often accepted and preferred than any other test here. However, in some scenarios, a TOEFL score or a medium of instruction letter can also be accepted, but that varies from university to university. So it's always best to check yourselves as the exact requirements are always listed on the official university's website. Fourth is application process, the most important stage of this whole roadmap. Now, applications are usually processed through a common portal like UniAssist or individual universities' websites, or sometimes even through DART links, DRD DART's database. Yes, you can make applications, but just double check before you do anything. The application period for winter intake starting in September October, you can apply in between May to July or even before so, as some universities may open their admission forms and it is always wise to apply early. For summer intake starting in March April, you can make applications from November to January. Now keep in mind that these dates can vary from university to university, also its type, whether it's public or private. Start and end date is different for each university, so it's your responsibility to keep track of everything. The documents that you need are your 10th, 12th or diploma mark sheets as well as transcripts, your bachelor transcripts, your CV, SOP, LOR, language certificates slash proofs, your passport and visa if required. But I think during the admission process, I'm pretty sure none of you would have your visa. So of course, a passport copy and a APS certificate. APS certificate is mandatory for at least Asian students as far as I know, for example, India, because as of 2023, they have made it mandatory and it is, I believe, a starting point for this whole application process itself. So, fifth is finances and visa. As you know, there are no tuition fees at a public university, but you must still show 11,904 euros in your blocked account for 1 year. That is 992 euros per month. Considering it's a 1 year blocked account, 12 months, you have the calculation. Some other costs that can also add up are your health insurance, visa fees, traveling, and living expenses. I'm assuming it would be somewhere around 850 or 1000 euros if you're living in a capital city like Berlin or some other large city as compared to a small town where the expenses are, of course, comparatively less. But these expenses will depend from individual to individual, so no need to worry so much. And after admission, you can also apply for a student visa immediately at the German consulate, because anyways after a year you will have to do the same. Sixth is life in Germany and studies. Now you can expect a balance of lectures, self-study, your research, and all other activities, needless to mention, that you're fond of doing. You can work here 20 hours per week, which is 4 hours per day, Monday to Friday, as a part-time job. And doesn't matter if you're a bachelor's or master's student, as long as you're enrolled at a university, you're eligible for it. And lastly, learning a German language does help in finding internship jobs and with your life overall. Seventh is after your graduation. Now you can get a 18-month job seeker visa after you finish your education. By that time you can find opportunities, full-time opportunities in sectors like engineering, IT, research, manufacturing, or whatever your sector is. Just keep searching actively and hopefully you will find one. If you get a job, you can apply for a EU blue card or a residence permit. And many alumni settle here in Germany or EU permanently once they do. And lastly, some bonus tips. Now, I highly recommend you should start early, which is at least a year prior to finishing your bachelor's. By that time, I believe you would have completed your fifth or sixth semesters, which is the third year. I myself have done the same, which is why I am saying you to do it, because it takes that amount of time to finish this process step by step. Further, you can use drddart.de, the official database for searching almost everything here in Germany. You can also use msingermany.in, which is again a good website for program search. You can contact seniors, alumni of the university that you're targeting through platforms like LinkedIn, as getting their insights might be the best thing that you can do while you're in your home country. So you know exactly what to expect when you start with your career. You must also practice writing SOP as early as possible, because trust me, that is the second most important document after your CV or resume, whatever. So make sure you do that on priority and tailor it as much as possible before applying to every single university. And lastly, keep the backup universities ready. Don't just apply to one or two and be sure that you will get accepted in them, because getting an admission to a public university is a game of probability, and sometimes even luck. That's what I would say, and that's actually the reality, to be honest. So just keep some universities as a backup, maybe private ones too, if necessary, so that even if you get rejection in every single public university, at least you would have some options to go forward with and start your studies in the intake that you actually were aiming for. And that's all. Thank you for making it till here. If you still have any unanswered questions or something particular that I haven't talked about in this video, then feel free to drop your comments below, as I would love to hear from you and I do my best to reply each and every single comment. If this video has helped you in some way, then be sure to hit that like button, subscribe this channel for more content, and share this video with others who might be planning to do their masters in Germany too. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.